Okay, welcome back from Magic Box. Hope you learned a lot about the word stop.
I did.
Good. Me too. All right, well, let's find out the answers
Alicia.
to these questions.
What happened to her?
And are they still friends?
Yeah.
Well, Roxy has an answer. She finally remembers who Alicia is.
Okay.
And so Roxy says she moved to another city with her family and we lost touch.
Sure. I bet you if I got an old picture of my kinder, there would be certain kids in there. I don't even remember that kid.
Yep, same here.
Because often people do move.
Yeah, you move to another city. So let's find out what Alicia did when she moved. This verb is spelled M-O-V-E, move, and we're going to find out about it now. When someone moves, they go to live in a different place. Now, you can move just to a new house or apartment in the same city, or you can move to a whole different city or a whole different country. I moved from Canada to Taiwan in 2005, and I've moved around Taiwan as well, from Kaohsiung to Taipei. Here's an example sentence. I will move back to Tainan next month because I got a job there. I will move back to Tainan next month because I got a job there. Okay, we also learned that when Alicia moved, she lost touch. So this phrase, lose touch with somebody, this is what happens when a friend or someone you know from work or someone you know from anywhere in your life, you stop speaking to them.
That's right. It's not about touching someone. Hey, I lost touch. No, it's about you don't communicate anymore.
Right.
You don't really know where they are or much about their life.
Yeah. Now, this is not usually because you get in a fight, more just because your lives change in different ways and you kind of just stop seeing each other.
That's right. Staying in touch or constantly knowing and being in communication, that takes some work, right?
Yeah.
You have to call the person or write the messages, trade messages on Facebook. But there's certain people that maybe you weren't friends in school, maybe they moved away, maybe you moved away. Anyways, you're just like, yeah, what happened to that person? I haven't spoken to them in 10 years or don't know anything about them. We lost touch. It's okay. It happens.
Well, how does Roxy feel about it?
Well,
now,
Roxy says, now I'm sad. As she's watching Alicia and all the fun they had as kids, Roxy says, now I'm sad because I forgot about her. Not only did she lose touch, she kind of forgot about this girl
completely.
Entirely. Yeah, she forgot her name, all this stuff. To forget is a verb, and it's spelled F-O-R-G-E. How is it spelled? T. That's right. I almost forgot how to spell forget. How embarrassing. Yes, to forget is basically to not remember something. When you remember, you have this information in your brain and you can grab it when you need it. But if you forget something, it's something you did know, but for some reason, maybe just time goes by or you don't pay attention, that information almost kind of falls out of your brain or gets erased from the hard drive in your brain, and then you forget, right? For example, like your very first cell phone number. If you've changed numbers a few times, you might, I forget my old phone. It was 09, I don't really remember. Remember is to keep the memory there, to keep the information there. To forget is to lose the information. Forget, forgot, forgotten. It's an irregular verb. For example, oh no, it's starting to rain and I forgot to bring my umbrella with me. Oh no, it's starting to rain and I forgot to bring my umbrella with me. I left it at home. Darn.
All right, Shia, with the ever good ideas in this article.
What's the idea?
Well, Roxy's kind of feeling sad and,
she lost touch with Alicia.
Yeah, she's got this time machine, so he brings up the time machine again, and he says maybe we can try to find her in the present or in the current time right now.
He could use a time machine. He could also try Facebook. Just an idea. But he's got a time machine, so why not use the time machine?
Yeah, get in the time machine, go back home.
That's right. And Roxy, who is feeling a little sad, she really thinks that's a good idea.
What a good brother.
That's right. She says to Shia, I'd like that. We were really good friends. She says, well, if you're a good friend, why did you... Anyways, so they decide to go back to the present time and try to find the older Alicia.
Right.
Exciting.
Pretty easy to do in the current time right now. Usually everyone's sort of on the internet somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yep. So the article tells us they go back to the present. Shia is now using his computer. All right. So you can imagine he's on Facebook. Maybe he's on Instagram, something like that. Here he says, look, Roxy.
Oh.
Good news. I found Alicia online.
Perfect.
Now, this adverb online is something you probably hear quite often these days, so we should talk about it. When you do something online, you use the internet to do it. You can shop online. You can read an article online, a newspaper.
Play games.
Yeah, you can play games online. We also use this word quite often as an adjective, which is used a little bit differently. As an adjective, online describes things that are on the internet. So you shop online at an online store. That's an adjective. Online store, online game, online magazine.
Yeah, it's a little bit important because you might think that you use internet because that's where you're doing it, but we wouldn't say an internet store or an internet website or an internet magazine. All of that stuff would be online.
Right.
Means the same thing, but we would use online as an adjective. Okay, so Roxy has found her online and he says it says she says it says she lives in California now.
Ooh.
Wow, that's the information they got online when they found their friend. She moved to another part of America, to California.
All right, nice place to live.
Sure.
As long as it doesn't rain too much or have too many fires.
Or earthquakes.
Yeah, California's a pretty nice place to live.
Apart from that, it's fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's what Roxy is going to do. She continues to say, I'm going to get in touch with her. There's another touch phrase we should talk about. When you get in touch, that means you start speaking or writing to someone. Now, it's the opposite of lose touch. Remember, lose touch means you stop speaking. Get in touch means you start speaking again. Now, it could be that for the first time, you get in touch with someone you don't know for the first time, or you can get back in touch with someone you used to know but kind of stopped speaking to, and now you start speaking to them again.
And if you communicate with that person quite often, you would just say, yeah, we're in touch.
Right.
It doesn't mean you're talking now or you talk every day, but it just means I regularly, frequently, quite often talk to that person.
Right.
We're in touch. We got in touch. We're in touch. I hope we don't lose touch.
There you go.
There you go. Let's get back to Shia. What does Shia think they should do to find Alicia? Shia says maybe you could write her a letter as well.
Oh, that's nice.
That would be a nice idea. If they can find her address, they could definitely write her a letter. Letter is a noun. It's spelled Letter. Letter. All right, what is a letter? Well, you might be thinking letters are like the alphabet. A, B, C, D, these are letters. Well, yes, they are. But in this case, no, that's not what we're talking about. In this case, a letter is a written bit of information. When you send an email, that's a letter. It's an electronic letter you send using the internet. But back in the old days, like 20 years ago, we used to write letters on paper. You would write down your message. Dear Mom, I miss you. Please send me some socks. Love, daughter, or whatever. And then you would put it in an envelope. You would close the envelope, put a stamp on it, and then that letter you would put in the mail and it would be delivered to another place in the world, sometimes quickly. For example, we could say my grandmother always writes me a letter on my birthday. No emails for Grandma. My grandmother always writes me a letter on my birthday. How lovely.
All right, so Shia's found Alicia on the internet here, and Roxy wants to get in touch. She's going to write Alicia a letter.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Roxy says. She says, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I can ask for her address and then send her a letter and a gift.
Well, that's a nice way to try to get in touch with her again.
Okay, so before she can send anything to Alicia, she needs Alicia's address. Address is a noun. It's spelled A-D-D-R-E-S-S, address. And let's find out more about what it is because it's pretty important. Your address is the details about the house you live in. To get mail or fill out forms that say where you live, you have to give people your address. It usually lists your street, the district you live in, the number of your building, and the number of your house, and of course, your city. Now, these are the most common parts of an address, but it can have more information too. Here's an example sentence. I moved to a new house last month. Here's my new address. I moved to a new house last month. Here's my new address. Just note that you can say that word in different ways. Okay.
All right, so Shia gets up so Roxy can use the computer.
Oh, thanks,
She'll
Shia.
be looking for the address or the address online, and then hopefully she'll be sending off a lovely package, and we hope that she gets in touch with Alicia, her old kindergarten friend. Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Hey, maybe next month we'll be going to California to see Alicia.
Ooh, in the present? Do we use the time machine to travel in the present?
They could use a bus.
Okay.
Anyway, review time. Let's go check it out.